I spent the last week in the heart of Manila rehearsing and performing as a guest artist in a Christmas ballet called Puso ng Pasko, staged by Alice Reyes Dance Philippines. We had a successful run at the Cultural Center of the Philippines a few weeks back, but the National Commission of Culture and Arts brought the show to the historic and newly restored Metropolitan Theater. Inaugurated during the Commonwealth period in 1931, the Met Theater was designed by architect Juan Arellano in the modern style of that time, Art Deco. This motif is seen throughout the building. The facade is imposing with a grand stained glass window and symmetrical geometric iron gate entrances. And you can see the melding of the American and Filipino cultures in the details. In its heyday, the Met was a venue for foreign operas that were on tour, zarzuelas, classics and plays in Spanish, English, and Tagalog, and vaudeville, or what Filipinos would fondly refer to as vaudeville. The building survived the bombings of World War II, but in 1945, the roof burned. The building was abandoned, and squatters took over for about 33 years. In 1978, it was reclaimed by the government and restored, but somehow through the changing of hands, efforts to maintain the Met were short-lived. Finally, in 2015, through a government initiative, an endowment was given and ownership was transferred to the National Commission of Culture and Arts, paving the way to Met's restoration. I have to say, they have done a splendid job. Let me take you on a little inside tour. The interior of the theater is beautiful. The seats have been refurbished. There are about 900. There's an orchestra, loge, and balcony. There's an orchestra pit. What was truly impressive is how they did major repairs without compromising the integrity of the original design. Look at that roof with a motif of mangoes, bananas, and other Philippine foliage. And then you look at the little details on the sides. There are artifacts all around. The Met is a heritage site, and I pray that it will be maintained as such. You really cannot put a price when it comes to national treasures. Follow me backstage. It doesn't have very much wing space, but the theater does have the height and it has flies that can be used to change sets. There are ample dressing rooms and the facilities are all new. There's an aircon in every dressing room, so it was pretty cold. Kompleto din ang kanilang lights and sounds. But if you really want to bring a theater back to life, you have to bring life back to the theater. And Puso ng Pasko does just that. This heartwarming Filipino Christmas presentation is backed up by two national artists, Alice Reyes for dance and Ryan Cayabyab for music. National artists together. Put together by young dancer choreographers of Alice Reyes Dance Philippines, headed by its artistic director Ronosan Yadao, Puso ng Pasko is about a Filipino old-timer based in New Jersey who schedules an online reunion on the eve of Christmas with the barkada of his youth from Tres Reyes, Bulacan. His Americanized apo simply cannot relate as he reminisces and waxes poetic about his past, so he invites her to walk into his memory. She is transported into Tres Reyes, meets the young barkada, and experiences the best Christmas ever. I often get asked, how do you keep young? And I say, by working with young people. And this project has a lot of young, brilliant artists. I guess the same can be said about a theater. How do you keep it from falling apart? Well, make sure that it becomes a home for artists of many generations who will give it its heart and soul. Here's to more shows, not only at this Heritage Theater, the Met, but anywhere there's a stage. Maligayang Pasko, everyone!